Hey guys, so we're going to look through these absolute value functions and I'll walk you through on a video. We'll do a bit in class too, but sometimes you just need a little bit of extra. So as I'm looking through, I just made up a graph on Desmos and took a picture of it. And so we'll just say that this whole red graph right here is f of x. Now this says you have to do the absolute value. So what I know, if I were to be singing my eighth graders, I'd say, when I say absolute, you say value, absolute value, absolute value. When I say never, you say negative, never, negative, never, negative. And so that's what happens in this graph as well. The graph can never be negative. You have to take what's in the negative and turn it to positive. So what would that look like? Well, I'm just going to highlight everything below 0 because it says the whole function has to be absolute valued. So as I look right here and I say, hey, I see this red part right here, but that can't be there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that and I'm just going to mirror image it up. And I see right here that's at -4. So I'm going to go to 1, 2, 3, +4. And so instead of having that go down, I'm just going to redraw it like that. Oh, look, that's absolutely perfect, right? And then down here, I see this, and I know, well, that can't be, absolute value can't be negative, so I'm just going to pop that up the top. Now, that's not exactly perfect, but then really what happens is I take my eraser, say, okay, all of this stuff down here no longer, like that doesn't fit my mold. So the mold would be like that. So that's not exactly perfect, but do you see how all of the stuff that was originally red that's above the x-axis works, and then just this stuff down here, we're gonna move that up and take the absolute value of that, right? So it looks like like that. So let's try a different one. That's when the whole thing is absolute valued. So your y values have to be positive. This one is a little bit different. It says we're just going to do the graph on all sides is going to look like the positive x side. So what that means is I'm going to highlight maybe a little bit differently this time. So I'll do it in green. What this means is what I want is all the stuff over here. I don't want this stuff from the left. So what I'm going to do, this stuff that's now in green, I'm just going to take that and I'm going to copy it over on to the left, and that's going to replace what was to the left. So it kind of, let's see, 1, 2, 3. So I go 1, 2, 3 over there because it's just the mirror image. Now my original 0 was at 2, so I go at there. This little random spot in the middle, I don't know what that is. That was an accident when my finger touched it. Okay, so really what happens is now I go, so I just kind of copy, and it's hard for me on my computer with my finger to make that happen. But now that piece just overtook, so I took what I saw on the right, and I'm going to replace, if I could erase it, I would. I can't, so I'll just show you what it is. See this stuff right here? That, we get rid of that. I don't want that. I only want the stuff that's from the positive values of x. All right, let's try another one. This one, oh, it's I'm just going to take this graph right here, and I'm just going to flip that over 0. So what would that look like if I did it? Well, I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to take a picture of this thing. So here we go. Snap a picture. There we go. Ooh, that was an awful noise. And I'm going to, let's put that over on this side. Okay, and we'll shrink it. Oh, that didn't help. I'm going to shrink it down a little bit. Okay, so what's going to happen here then is I'm going to take this picture, and this guy right here just tells me that I'm going to flip that over the y-axis. So it's going to be exactly upside down. So let's do that in blue. This point will still be here, this point will still be here, this point will still be here, this point will still be here. Those are kind of nice, and they go 4, and this one went 4, so that flips up, so it's going to go roop, roop. And then this part can just keep going down, this part can keep going down, and then where was that little blip in the radar? Right here. So then I go whoop. So it's taking that old one and just flipping it over. I wish I knew how to show you how to do that in Smart, like actually going whoop, flipping. But this, it just takes everything and puts it so it looks kind of like that. And originally, it was just flipped over. Let's try one last one. Holy macannoli. This one flips and then takes only the stuff from the right side. So I'm going to take this blue graph right here, and it's going to make a big noise again. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's copy that, put that over here, and shrink it. Okay. Does that help me at all? No, because this one doesn't. I didn't want that picture. I wanted actually the original picture, this one. Okay, let's see. So that one, let's group that. Okay, so, really, that looks like, it looks like that. Am I right? Did you know that flipping and rotating 180 oftentimes does the same thing? So let's see. Yep, okay. So let's work with this blue graph. Now, what that was the original. This one is this guy right here. Okay, so now this says absolute value, which means where was the black line? The black line was going right through here, which means these guys right here. We can't do that because it says everything has to be absolute valued. So I'm going to grab a red and take that part and go zoom. So I'm going to take this and reflect it up, and I'm going to take this and reflect it up. Oh my word, so that looks kind of like 2 M's, all sorts of stuff going on. This is challenging on your brain. Your brain will grow from this, and I just want to encourage you that part of pre-calc is just figuring out, sometimes it's survival, and sometimes the biggest lesson is not how do I do absolute values of graphs, it's how do I push through this even when it's hard and I don't like it. It gets easier. I promise. It might just take a while, but you're doing good.